Okay, so I am reviewing Lily Vernon's volumetric form with line and wire sculpture. This is a dark wire sculpture depicting what appears to be hanging vines or a potted plant or a jellyfish. The wire hangs from a hook on the wall and drapes down with several strands that meet together before continuing to flow downward. Some of the wires are bent ever so slightly, while others twist back on themselves, resembling jellyfish tentacles or fern fronds. The piece appears to be 2D, I can't quite tell from the picture, but its length and intricate twisting patterns make it fascinating to look at. I really enjoyed this piece when I first saw it. Um, for analysis, this piece I find very cohesive with great flow. My eye traces it down the bell of the jellyfish into the repeating patterns of the tentacles. The bell forms an anchor point for the tentacles to drape down, which I think is really smart with the little knots in there. And the entire piece is hangable, which I think is a perfect way to depict a jellyfish. When I first saw this piece, I thought it was a sculpture of a plant. But now that I see that it's jellyfish, I think it's perfect. Because once you see it, you can't not see it. But I appreciate that you can kind of interpret that both ways. It could be a jellyfish, or it could also be hanging vines. I think that is accomplished through its patterns and the organic curves of the tentacles and the bell of the fish. Overall, I found this piece to be extremely successful, whimsical, and fun. I personally really struggled with this project, so seeing something as graceful as jellyfish depicted through wire is just really, really a treat. I love that your eye finds new wires to focus on each time you view it. And I think the contrast between the soft curves and the tighter coils of the tentacles is a perfect balance of visual intrigue and technique. I personally wouldn't do anything different. I would love to see this in person. I hope that it would be 3D. It'd be kind of cool to walk around it. But other than that, I think it's a perfect sculpture. I think it might be interesting if you added some kind of color. And I would love to see this hanging against a blue background, something watery. I think this would be at home in an aquarium as just kind of some flavor pieces on the wall and stuff. Um, yeah, I can see this being a really cool maybe sun catcher that would let in light and you could see the silhouette of jellyfish on the shadow. I'm kind of curious as to how Lily got the coils that tight, especially near the bottom where they're really really tight and kind of close together. I really struggled with this one, so I think it would be interesting to see how her process was, and what kind of brought her to wanting to do a jellyfish depiction here. Because again, I think it's perfect. I like that it's natural. It's got good curves, good lines. It doesn't feel rigid or mechanical, like a wire sculpture might look out to be. But overall, she did a wonderful job, and this is a great piece.